Oh, it's time for an emergency San Diego Comic-Con live stream! Oh, guys. There is so much going on right now. There's so much going on. We're gonna have to wait a few minutes for my buddy. Uh, well, look at that. Twitter's not letting me go live, even though I do pay for a premium account just so I could do this. Thanks a lot, jerkwads. Um, okay, so Syl's going to be joining us shortly, and we have a lot to talk about. A lot was revealed in the last day at Marvel's Hall H at San Diego Comic-Con. And nerds, we really know, Isaac, you didn't miss it. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. And I felt like a very 60s vibe after watching the Fantastic Four sizzle reel, which I did post and then it got promptly taken down. It actually locked my Twitter account for a hot second. Yeah. Locked my Twitter account for a second because Disney was like, no, you don't get to do that. No, that's ours, even though it's recorded from someone's phone and you can barely see it. They're very precious about it. So I felt very 60s after watching that sizzle reel when they had the very 60s retro future vibe that they've got going on. I really dig it. I super, super dig it. And I just can't wait to dig into all this stuff. So, and we're not talking Deadpool Wolverine tonight. There will be no spoilers for Deadpool Wolverine, not until Tuesday night on the regular live stream time slot, because Andrew is going to be joining me, my fellow Red 5 network brother, Andrew from the Science Fictionary podcast. He's going to be jumping on with me Tuesday talking about Deadpool and Wolverine. Hold on. Staying hydrated is very important. Very, very important. So, I guess I need to try and figure. It says I'm premium. You're reviewing my account. You'll need to manage or cancel your. Weird, guys, because it says I have a premium account, but it is most definitely not letting me go live. So, very, very strange. Very strange. Very strange. Real quick, what announcements from Hall H, like, because we're just talking about Marvel today, but what announcements total, like DC, because DC really didn't have much at all. Like, they had a Superman and Lois panel. They had My Adventures with Superman panel. There was an announcement about Elizabeth Merced saying that I can't believe I'm going to say this live, but said that her costume didn't fit her in the crotch, her hot girl costume. Oh my. That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate for Isabella and her crotch. I assume that's little difficult. Man, this is little obnoxious that I can't get it live on the Twitter box, because that's something I always do. That's something I absolutely always do. And it definitely says I'm active. So we're just going to try and muscle through, guys. We're just going to try and muscle through because, wow. I absolutely do have that. My gosh, that's annoying. All right, guys. So it seems to be taking still a little longer than I anticipated. So let's just go over some stuff that I already have. And Sil is there. Sil is at San Diego Comic Con, or he has been there. I don't know if he's still there. But I do have some stuff that I may or may not have ripped from him or copied. So we are going to give it a go. Please don't pay too close attention to everything that is in my downloads. I've had a day, guys. I've had an absolute day, and I'm just doing the best I can. Just, just okay. So re-input the stream key. Tabitha, walk me through this. Because I am just not exactly the best at this stuff. Just not with the technology. And it doesn't really look like it's giving me the option to do that anyway. So that's a super bummer. That's a super bummer, guys. We're just not going live. Yeah, see, for Kick, I've never been able to get it to go onto Kick. And I enter it every single time, and it's not been working with me. Yeah. Oh, so fun fact, I'm actually doing an interview with StreamYard on August 1st. Stupid early in the morning, like ridiculously early in the morning. And they are, oh, yes, please send me a video. But I am doing this live interview with StreamYard in a couple of days, basically asking my opinion and stuff like that. I have some thoughts. And I do plan on telling StreamYard my thoughts. One of them is, why don't we have a dark mode? Why doesn't StreamYard have a dark mode? It's a white lit up screen. So what that does is it puts so much light on you. It puts way more light on you. It messes up your lighting. Okay. And for us ladies, that's an issue. Okay. That is an issue. All right. Let's see some stuffs that I've got going on. All right. Here's my screen. We'll see if it'll let me do it. We got some first looks. Well, how about this? We've got a slate for 2026. Okay. And it's not just, this isn't just for Marvel. Okay. This isn't just for Marvel. This is for Marvel and DC and Warner Brothers. There's all kinds of movies on this list. So for 2026, these are all the movies we are looking for to seeing in theaters. Okay, that's a lot. That is a lot. So first we have, of course, which we will be discussing later, Jules. What's up, Jules? Jules and Tabitha and Isaac. Thank you guys. Thank you for being here. But we're going to discuss this as soon as Sil gets here. But of course, Avengers Doomsday. Who else was totally blown away by it? Like, I'd heard some rumors, like some whispers in the background, but I wasn't taking them very seriously at all. Like, at all. I didn't take them seriously. It just seemed so way out there and crazy. As crazy as Hugh Jackman returning as Wolverine. I should know better by now. But Avengers Doomsday is due to come out in 2026, as is Batman 2. I will believe that one when I see it. I know Matt Reeves, that was another thing DC announced. Matt Reeves is saying that he's due to start filming the Batman 2 next year. We'll see. We'll see if that happens. Dune Messiah. I am looking forward to this. Dune Messiah. I'm a huge fan of the Dune series, the Dune books. I'm still in my process of rereading Heretics of Dune. that gives me Chapter House Dune left to get through. Very curious to see how they're going to do this. Very curious, because for those of you who haven't actually read the books, Paul is not the good guy. Leto the Second is not the good guy. Like, I don't think there's any good guys. Probably Duncan, Idaho. Probably just Duncan, Idaho. But the Atreides are the space Hitlers, okay? They're the space Hitlers. So there's that. Also, we've got Shrek 5 coming out. Jordan Peele has another film. I just really glossed over old Shrek, didn't I? Maybe because I'm just bored with it. I'm bored, okay? I had children when the Shrek movies were all coming out, and they got played to death for me. Like, it just too much. But Shrek 5, I don't know why they're still making these movies. They still are. So for those of you Shrek fans, Shrek 5 comes out next year at 26, as does Jordan Peele's next film. I'm a huge fan of Jordan Peele. Fun fact, I had a dream the other night that Jordan Peele actually wanted me to consult on something. And even in the dream, I was like, what? What? That doesn't seem right. So, Supergirl comes out 2026. Mandalorian and Grogu. Josh from Den of Nerds had said, Marvel fans, hug a Star Wars fan. Oh my gosh. Hug a Star Wars fan today. Hug a Star Wars fan today, because we're eating and they're not. So, Star Wars. Fingers crossed. I really hope that turns out good. And another 2 Star Wars films in the same year. That just, I don't know how I feel about that. That just doesn't feel like a good decision. The Hunger Games, Sunrise of the Reaping. Is that what that says? Yeah, Sunrise of the Reaping. Another Hunger Games movie. Super. Moving on. Super Mario Brothers 2 movie. I'm here for that. I love the Super Mario movie. I love it. I've watched it like a zillion times. On the Last Airbender is coming out. Lord of the Rings, The Hunt for Golem. Some of these just feel like just tryhards. Just tryhards. Another Frozen movie, for heaven's sake. Another Frozen movie. Maybe they should just let it go. See what I did there? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2. I haven't watched the first one, so can't really comment on it. Transformers and G.I. Joe. I might watch that. Toy Story 5. Another one that I'm like, really? Are they still making these? Mike Flanagan's The Exorcist. Hollywood is really out of ideas, guys. Like, all of these are just redos and beat to death sequels, it seems. A Street Fighter movie. What is up, Roman of the Empire? My dude. It's so nice to interact with you somewhere other than Facebook. Spielberg has a UFO movie coming out. He does do those well. And Project Hail Mary. So. Let's see. We got a question from Karthik. What happened to Kang's storyline? Isn't Fantastic Four supposed to put him in the quantum realm? He will most likely end up being the only supervillain defeated by ants. And I think you might be dead on right there, my friend. I think they saw that they lost us. They pretty much lost us with all that. And they knew we wanted Doom. So bye-bye King storyline. Man, just what a weird turn of events. Project Hail Mary is the most original in the batch. I have the book. Please tell me about it, because I have no idea what this is. I'm very interested. If you like it and it's based on a book you like, then chances are I'm going to be into it too, because you and I seem to be pretty on the same level with taste and stuff. So please fill us in the chat what Project Hail Mary is. And yes, what this pretty lady just said, please do me a favor, help support the channel. It's totally 100% the easiest way to support the channel. It costs you not a thing. Just hit the like button. If you're new, I truly hope you subscribe and you ring the notification bell so that you get notified whenever I'm back with even more nerdy goodness. And yeah, pivoting from Kang is total smart decision. That was just a mess. And I stand by what I've said this entire time. From what I heard when I was out in Burbank when they were wrapping up Quantumania, from artists who worked on the film on set. And it all boiled down to Victoria Alonso. Victoria Alonso was a brat, basically, and playing Kingmaker and do as I say, or I'll make sure you never work in this town again. See? She was not nice. She was an unkind lady, and they had 25 minimum, at least 25 VFX houses, VFX companies working on this film, and she pissed off every single one of them. So they quit. They walked. They're like, I don't care. Sue. It doesn't matter. It's not worth this. So they all quit. That translated into having to cut 11 action scenes from the film. 11 scenes, not frames or clips or shots, but scenes. That changes the entire film. That changes the ending entirely. So they had to scramble, and what they ended up with was that. So I blame Victoria Alonso a lot for that one, and probably for the whole Kang nightmare. Know what I mean? Any updates on Pirates of the Caribbean? They should make a new movie with Depp and Penelope. I really wanted a sequel to Stranger Tides. I mean, the story to continue where Stranger Tides led. Okay. Yes, but Disney's going to die on that hill. They are absolutely going to die on that hill. They will never, ever, ever admit they've made a mistake. They just won't. So that means we're going to move forward with the new Pirates of the Caribbean that does not have Depp involved at all. I don't believe Margot Robbie is still attached to it, though. I don't think she is, but neither is Johnny Depp. So that's kind of a super bummer. Okay, so still's pretty late, so I guess I'm just gonna have to really dig into this without him. Do we think Marvel can pull off the next two movies without repeating the slew of mistakes they've made since Endgame? I think they can, because not only have they brought back our RDJ, but they've brought back the Russos. You're kind of jumping the gun here. I had a plan. I was going to put these things in order, but they've brought back the Russos, and not just the Russos, not just the directors from Infinity War and Endgame, but they brought back the writer or writers. But they brought the whole team back. The whole team is coming back for these next two films, and that is an excellent, excellent sign. My nose itches. Sorry, it means someone loves me. That is an excellent sign. You're forgiven. You're forgiven, Roman. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. But yeah, they've brought the band back together, and to me that says they're serious, that they've seen how far downhill they went in the last couple of years, and they at least would like to try to correct that, to bring us back. What I've heard is that the actions from Deadpool Wolverine, which we will not discuss in this stream, Deadpool Wolverine is being discussed on Tuesday. I'm trying to keep everything spoiler free for Deadpool Wolverine for at least the weekend. But the plan was that Deadpool and Wolverine, the actions in that film was to soft reboot. They're removing some of the phase 4 people. They are not coming back, and they're going to keep some of the Fox people. So that's really good news, you know what I mean? It's been storming today and I just got a pollen alert, so yay. Fun for me. Okay, let's start with our first looks and the new title for the Fantastic Four movie that is coming out next year. We are 1 year away from the Fantastic Four movie. The new title is now First Steps. And that's kind of a little play on, they're astronauts or scientists. That is an astronaut, isn't it? Okay. Space scientist is astronaut. Duh, Danielle. But okay, so we have the official title is the Fantastic Four First Steps. Thoughts on that title? What do you guys think? Because I know a few people are a little put off by the title. They think it's a little weak, but it's not just I think it's not just referencing them as, these astronauts. It's the first steps into this new era. I think. First steps of this new family of superheroes, these new heads of the MCU. So, oh, my babies, we make your dreams come true. Loved that cartoon. Absolutely loved it. I think so as well. I do. I think it really does match with everything that's going on in this film, with the aesthetic, with the idea, the plot behind it, and really not quite sure what the plot is, but it does seem to be they go into space and something wild happens. It's usually how that goes. So that was our new logo and official title, and then we've got actual shots we got like a sizzle reel, and I can't show you the sizzle reel because they locked my Twitter for a little bit today. Maybe that's why I couldn't go live. Maybe that's messed it up. But yeah, my Twitter got locked for sharing the sizzle reel. So I'm not going to share it. But yes, it is giving, it's a very retro futuristic aesthetic. That's why I felt very 60s today. I was like, I'm gonna do some 60s makeup, match the Fantastic Four. Pedro would have been your first or 27th choice for Reed, but I'll cross my fingers. That's funny. Dude, you have no idea how accurate that is. Seriously. According to them, I associate with subversive individuals. So that's okay. I don't mind being on their radar. There's been times where I have actually shared something they don't want shared, information. And I'm like, you know what? They want to nuke my channel. Do it. Go for it. Get rid of my channel. It's fine. I will be able to sleep at night knowing I told the people the truth. Okay, so what we have here is skyline of, I'm assuming, this retro futuristic 60s New York. Probably from the Baxter Building. I'm seeing, like, is this a monorail right here, or like a tube system? That's so wild looking. So this is definitely in a different universe from the main MCU. I like this kind of Space Needle thing right here, but this to me, is it a monorail we're looking at, or is it like a tube system like in Futurama where you just go boop, and they spit you out somewhere else. This over here, the and that's got to be the Fantastic Four car. Got to be. But I love, love, love. Look at this. There's another flying car though. There are flying cars, and look, they've got kind of these. It looks like a rooftop garden, but that's not the roof of a building. You've got these spires everywhere. Isn't it beautiful? The artwork is very beautiful. It's very inspired, and I'm definitely feeling Jetsons. This looks like you can't tell me that this was not totally inspired by the Jetsons. Let me see. Look at that. Do, 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 do. That's totally the Jetsons. I would love to see a George Jetson cameo. That would be dope. Or Rosie. I'd go for Rosie. I'd hire Rosie in a heartbeat. But do you see what I mean here? This looks like, oh, it's a cop car. It's a flying cop car. Y'all, we don't need those. We don't need those in our lives. We don't need those. But see this little monorail? That's so cool. Oops. So now we're on to this one, apparently. Did not mean to do that. So what we have here is Sue Storm, played by Vanessa Kirby, and Johnny Storm, played by Joseph Quinn, who apparently was telling every single interviewer he's the youngest. He's the baby brother. And I believe it eventually got on Eben Moss Backrack's nerves. And he said something to him about, like, you say that every time? Are you bragging? What the heck, man? What's up, Spencer? Okay, so I'm loving this. It looks like this is before they go up into space. This is before they go on their mission, I'm assuming. Not, I don't know. We'll find out. Okay. And our first shot of Sue Storm and Reed Richards together. I love her costuming. I love the costumes. I love the costumes. I love the production design so far. The art department is really hitting it out of the book, out of the park. But look, I see chemistry already between the, look at the eyes. I see chemistry already. So, yay. I hope that translates well. But I love the aesthetic. I love the chemistry. Looking good, Jutsu. Looking good. Here we have Reed Richards and Ben Grimm, played by Eben Moss Backrack. I think he's perfect for Ben Grimm. I'm super excited for that. Super excited for that. I feel like it's very easy to have. I think you're right. It would be very hard not to have chemistry with Pedro Pascal. I mean, I'm pretty sure he has chemistry with Eben here. Like, if you've seen the Sizzler reel, then you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, Pedro's I'm okay with it. I'll watch. I don't care that he's in literally everything now. I'll watch it. Okay. I'll watch it. Yeah, it looks really good. But this was a good scene. They're doing like an interview before they go on their mission, and they're saying this is the best pilot in the world. And he's like, and also the best looking. Like, well, that's subjective. Like, no, it's pretty much fact. So, uh-oh. Look who's here 30 minutes late. It's fine.
29 minutes, actually. But
now we're arguing antics.
We're going to argue about everything, Daddy. We know this. But I like your 60s look. It's very fitting.
Thank you.
With the retro futurism. So I just jumped in at the right time.
You did. You really did. So we just got done looking at the skyline artwork, which is. Gotcha. Did you see George Jetson's house, man?
Oh, that's in there?
Yeah. Here, look. Look at
Oh,
that.
they don't. What if they did that on purpose? You think?
You know they did.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
Everyone look, is that a treadmill right here for the dog?
When this, because they showed the footage came out of nowhere, man. It was really cool. How they presented it, because Feige was just like, oh, we just got Matt Shackman here. He just here because he has to go start filming in London, and
Yeah.
so we all thought like, oh, he would just say, hey, we got to start filming. Can't wait. Probably get like some concept art. I thought I'll be happy with that. I would have been happy if you just showed us a concept art, and then it was like, boom, here's a video. I'm like, what? I'm like, oh my goodness, bro.
So, by the way, guys, Syl has been at San Diego Comic-Con this weekend. He's been there. Yeah. Did you bring like Lysol and Febreze to spray people just in case? Or
no, actually, no, I
some
didn't.
Some Vicks to put under your nose?
Why?
Astro, that was the dog's name. Because people can stink, and you know that. There's like thousands of people in one building. You're going to tell me that nerds, thousands of nerds, they all decided to shower and stuff.
What's the difference, with me and Danny? I mean, I just tend to think positive. That's all. I don't think about stuff like that.
Roman says he's 25 miles away and he can smell Comic-Con from there.
Hey, I tell you,
oh, my Streamlabs is on.
Streamlabs is on.
Oh,
I've never seen that before.
I've not ever seen. That's the first time it's popped up the whole stream.
That's hilarious, but
that is hilarious.
The one cool thing though, because first to get into Hall H, like you really got to camp out. And that's just a whole nother story. Like I have to explain one day to people, but when you get in there, you have like just the ultimate fans, all ranges. Like there were older folks like on their wheelchairs in there, cheering and stuff. So it's like. So I was saying some people showered. That's all I'll say. Some people did shower.
Karthik says, and Karthik, you are brand new. Welcome to the Nerdling Army. I super hope you subscribed. Ring that notification bell. Please hit the like button. Pardon me. He says, I hope Marvel does not kill them brutally like they did the Fantastic Four characters recently. No spaghetti. We don't want any more pastified Fantastic Four. That would be nice.
I think they learned their lesson. Like, don't, if you're going to do these awesome cameos, I think with Deadpool, Wolverine, not to spoil anything, but
no.
Tomorrow, though. I'm spoiling everything tomorrow, y'all. But Deadpool, Wolverine, I think learned where Multiverse of Madness kind of failed, I feel, with the cameo thing. And it's like, you got to make it cool. It can't just be like, oh, subvert expectations. I didn't like that.
What's up, Josh?
Shout out to Josh. He was part of the crew to help me get in there. He was a part of my RDJ reaction video.
I saw. What's up, Josh? You're on all my stuff now too.
Yeah, we were just going crazy. And like I was like, I gotta yell at someone that like I kind of know more than the group I was sitting with. And I was like, Josh, like, this is crazy, bro. So that was cool.
We're gonna play that here in a second. We're definitely gonna play that. But before we finish up our Fantastic Four discussion, Roman wants to know, what was the best cosplay you saw?
The best one I saw up close and personal was some kid had the Invincible suit, and it was like premium looking. Like,
did you get a picture?
I did not get a picture because at that time I was looking for my meetup spot. Long story, because he had to like be somewhere at a certain time and for Hall H and stuff. And so I saw it. And I was like, that is like awesome. And like he had the whole eyes and everything. And that was the coolest. It was a lot of good, man. It was a lot of good costumes. Like, it's like, if you don't bring it, you better off not dressing up if you're not going to bring it for real.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean?
I love my cosplay.
Yeah.
I'd be all over it. And that Spencer's pretty stoked about that. And
yeah, that was cool.
Karthik, you are a scholar and a gentleman. You didn't have to, but we appreciate that. Thank you, buddy. Okay, so what we're looking at now is kind of a dating game spoof. It's called Let's Make a Match. And previous to this scene, you see the host asking a young woman, okay, which one? And she said, I'll go with contestant number 3, which obviously is Ben Grimm after the incident. Clearly, this looks like CGI. I don't think it's someone in a suit. But
are you shocked? Are you shocked you saw us? But like, because at first the clip leaked, so like, so they're gonna pull the clip any day now. But yeah, download it now, people.
But they blocked my Twitter account for a little bit today. That's why I'm not live on. Oh, am I live on Twitter? No, I'm live on your Twitter. It wouldn't let me go live on Twitter.
Oh wow.
So I gotta fix that. Yeah. But they blocked it. And
in Hall H, like they will let you, like when they're introducing the panel and stuff, like they'll let you video all that. It was like as soon as the lights go down, they're like, put that phone up, and like I just had my phone sitting like just with the screen unlocked, and they was like, what's going on over here? I was like, let me close my phone. Like, oh, so they're on it. So I'm surprised someone got that good of a shot of the foot. They're pretty far back, but so yeah, watch it while you can is the point. Are you surprised though? They like that we saw that.
I'm super surprised.
I'm shocked.
I'm incredibly surprised that they had a sizzle reel already, because they're like, production starts next week on. No, it's been going on for a couple of months now. It's been going on for months. That's what I thought. And then they're like, production starts next week. I'm like, are you tripping? There's no way. But I didn't realize they had this much to put together for a sizzle reel. That's amazing.
And the majority of it, if you see in the footage, it's before the incident. Yes. Before they go, I'm assuming they do the negative zone, or hopefully they really go all the way with that. But this is like the only one as you see after the fact, like you said, with things.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool. I'm pretty impressed with. I liked the whole let's make a match thing. I'm curious to see where they're going with it. Like. Why is he on the dating game? Why is he on Let's Make a Match?
Why?
But all the toy boat words are hard. Words are hard. But all in all, I would say I feel very positive about Fantastic Four first steps now.
Oh, definitely. And just real quick in the chat, y'all were saying the accounts are getting pulled. So I'm gonna delete just the screen grab that I got from it. They didn't get me. Twitter not getting me. But because they said everything with the Marvel panel up before the Marvel panel, everything else that they showed, the DC stuff, Penguin, the Keanu Reeves stuff, they released all that stuff right after they aired it to us. So I was like, I guess they letting everything fly today. And then when Marvel, they was like, nope, put the phones up, put them up, at certain points. And so so I'm just covering my tracks real quick.
I think, I was kind of hard on old Kevin Feige the last couple of months, because the interviews he would do, he was like, I'm excited for Deadpool Wolverine. It's good. All this is going to be great. And we're like, stop saying things like that, because every time you people say something like that, it comes out crap. So I think it wasn't him trying to polish a turd this whole time. This was like, he knew he had $100 bills in his back pocket and he was about to.
Yeah, see, I'm going to have you on the spoiler talk for Deadpool too, as well. Because, as soon as the film started, again, I'm not going to spoil anything on Danny's channel, but just the opening, as soon as the film opened, I just felt like we're in good hands. Like, there was a dance scene. I mean, I'll just say that, right? So the whole in sync. And I was like, this is going to be a blast. Like, whatever's about to happen, like, Ryan Reynolds got this. You know what I'm saying? So, and it really was that good.
Really stoked for that. I've seen it 3 times. I'm going to watch it 4. It's so good. I can't wait to talk about it Tuesday night with Andrew. because I'm just bursting. Like so many people, my DMs are so full. Y'all are getting out of control with the DMs. I need you to calm down. Like I am one person. I am one person, and I'm always busy and tired. So
Are you sure you're one person? That's all I just want to make clear. Are we sure you're one person?
Are we going to talk about my multiple personalities now?
Oh, I didn't know that's where I was going with it, but yeah.
But
I'll take
all these people DMing me asking, did this happen? Did that happen? Blah, blah. I'm like, I'm not saying shit. I'm not saying anything until Tuesday evening. I'm saving it for the live stream. And then more questions like, Tuesday night. Shh, no more.
Right,
so
right.
Tuesday. But Fantastic Four looks good, sizzle reel. They really took us by surprise. The chemistry between Vanessa Kirby and Pedro Pascal is off the chain. I'm here for it.
They're gonna play that up. Like that's the vibe. Like when they came out on the panel, you immediately saw like Pedro and Vanessa. It's like this is gonna be their act. Like, you know, they're gonna be showing like all their clothes and like, oh, they really love each other, you know. And that's gonna come across on the screen though, you know. So I like what they're doing.
Good.
Real quick shout out to Pedro Pascal, because you saw the footage. He just seemed really natural. Like I was wondering how he's gonna do this Red Reaches. He just seemed like a cool, smart guy. Like, you know what I mean? That's how he kind of comes across.
People don't give Pedro enough credit. I have not met him personally, but we do have some mutuals, like real life mutuals. And by all accounts, the dude is super chill, super just fun, silly guy. Like if you've seen The Unbearable Burden of Massive Talent with him and Nick Cage, the character that Pedro plays, the silly, kind of goofy, loves to joke, nerds out, gets super starstruck fanboy, that is Pedro Pascal playing himself, basically. Like that's what I've been told by all accounts. But he's just a super pretty sensitive people person, really, really brilliant. He's stupid smart. So I was getting like personally offended when people say he's too stupid. I'm like, listen, I know people who know him, okay?
Yeah, he has the range. Like people, you know, it's like, come on, people. Like people go too far on social media. But I was waiting. I was like, because I knew Joseph Quinn, he's gonna crush it. Like, all the women are gonna love him. Like they were just swooning him on the panel.
Oh, my daughter can swoon over Joseph Quinn all she wants. Pedro's mama.
He's the next it guy. Yeah, he's gonna be like the coolest thing in this film. And then but I was like, Pedro, I was like, what is, you know, how's he really gonna like act, right? So I was sold instantly. But I was like, okay, I'm on board with Pedro.
I'm here for it. I am here for it. Now, here is moving on. We need to talk about the thing that broke the internet.
Ladies and gentlemen, as proof of the unimaginable possibilities in the Marvel multi-universe, we give you the one person who could play Victor Von Doom.
This is gonna be nice.
Who
is it? We was losing it, That's me jumping up. I jumped up.
Here comes Josh. Josh.
What just happened? What just happened?
I would have been so much worse. So much worse.
New mask.
Oh my God!
Same time.
I really thought he was going to say new mask. Who dis? That would have been cooler.
Yo!
What did I tell you? I like playing complicated characters.
This is the coolest ever.
It's just smooth. Wow. So smooth.
Yeah.
Like Robert.
They start chanting. They just started chanting.
I would have been so much worse.
Like Robert said, new mask, same task, and the task for all of us including everybody in this room together,
God,
is for us to help create the greatest possible experience that we can all have together in a movie theater. So let's get to it. Bring your imagination, your love, and your passion, and we will see you in 2 years with Doomsday.
Awesome.
I still don't believe it, bro.
Awesome. That is just massive, massive, massive. Just massive. Like,
man,
I had heard rumors. But at not one point did I honestly take those rumors seriously. Like, and for that to just all these months of him just saying the slyest shit. Like, I'm just waiting for a call. I'm just waiting for the call. You know what? I've been thinking about it and I might be interested. Depends on how much money they have. Like, you sneaky snake. I see you, Robert Downey Jr. I see you.
Like, for those who's like, okay, is this like in character? Is this? And I hate to be the person to say, oh, you know, read a comic, right? I hate when people answer like that. But I am saying, like, read the comic. Like, this is comic book precedence of a variant Tony Stark, who was Dr. Doom. There's a couple different stories. Now, what they made clear in there, and I
they
didn't get
said
it all
Victor
in the video,
Von Doom.
They said it's Victor Von Doom.
Yeah,
He's said now, of course, it's a different Earth, yes, but he's not like some knockoff Iron Man that became Dr. No. He is Victor Von Doom in the MCU. So
and
I'm excited about that.
Tabitha has kind of a good point here. And that's something she and I, sorry, I've got earbuds now and they itch. How dare I? But she had mentioned this earlier and I kind of responded my thoughts, but she said it still would have been cooler if they'd waited to tease it in upcoming trailers. So, and I got to thinking about it. I said that would have been like a Deadpool Wolverine No Way Home moment had they teased out this Dr. Doom. We don't know who it is. And then in the movie, the mask comes off. We see it's RDJ. Everyone would have been like, wow. That would have been it. They've spoiled a really, really big reveal, but it begs two questions. One, did they reveal it now because there's desperation involved? They know they've lost us and they know they got to get the little squirrel to come back to us, like, come on, look, I've got RDJ. Cheap. I've got RDJ. Or is it kind of like a Daphne Keene and Deadpool Wolverine situation where they could afford to reveal Daphne Keene because they had so much more going on? So is it one, desperation? Two, is it because they've just got so much more, cooking up? Or three, bit of both? What do you think?
I think I'm going to pick a third option. Danny.
Well, my third option was bit of both.
Okay. I'm going to do the fourth one then. But no, what I do think, I think this was the ultimate move by Feige because this is whole course correction thing, right? Me and you talked about this before Deadpool, and you really feel it in Deadpool that, okay, they really want to kind of, set their ducks in a row for the future. So announcing RDJ back, you need to know if RDJ's in the film before you go see. I just feel like you do. I feel like you do. They probably can get away with other people that you probably saw in Deadpool. You can get away with a certain person, and it'll be really cool reveal and everything. But you need to know an RDJ. I just feel. So that's one thing. And then also, too, no one is talking about King Dynasty anymore. You've totally eliminated the Jonathan Majors conversation. Because if we can't get Jonathan Majors and they can't come to, agree what happened with that situation, this is your ultimate deodorant, I guess, for Comic-Con. RDJ. Now, because the conversation, because the Russo brothers, that helps as well. And they have the writers returning that wrote Infinity War. in Endgame. So that helps as far as, again, we're getting away. So I think if the Jonathan Major stuff never happened, this isn't something you reveal yet. Yeah. Not at all. You'll be riding the high off of, Kang.
I have seen some people mentioning the Jonathan Majors Kang thing. I've actually seen a couple people complain like, so they're just not even going to talk about it. We're just going to pretend like didn't happen. But then there's also this really funny meme of it's the the final scene in Watchmen when Dr. Manhattan disintegrates Rorschach, and they've got the title for Avengers Doomsday on Dr. Manhattan's face, and Rorschach's face is Avengers Kang Dynasty. And he's like, do it! And Doomsday disintegrates him. And then Owlman's in the back, and his face is Quantumania. And he's like, no!
Wow. That's hilarious. But it's
so funny.
I just think because it's course correction time, I think they needed this. I mean, yeah, it could look desperate because they're paying RDJ $20 million plus for this. And he's getting the back end deal. Yeah, he's gonna be putting his great grandbabies through college. Yeah, this is what the streets called scoring a lick. That's what RDJ just did, because he may end up getting like $50 million from this endeavor. What will be 2 films? So he's gonna get over $100 million for these 2 films.
Oh,
when you add everything up, with box office. So this was yes. Desperate times, yeah. This was a desperate thing, but I think it was the right move. I really do. And I heard those same rumors you was hearing as far as he was going to, play Doom, a variant. And I automatically thought of the Ultimates comic run where you have, that could happen. Actually, Reed Richards is Dr. Doom in the Ultimates right now. But again, Iron Man has done it before. So yes, desperation, yes, but I think it was the right move. And now, like I said, Avengers Doomsday, holy shit, that's an amazing title, okay? That's going to carry MCU for the next 2 years till it comes out.
Yeah, yeah, it is. It absolutely is. Let me put up, speaking of cool names. So we have look at those title cards. Look at those.
That's awesome, bro.
So I got chills. Like Tabitha said, I can feel your energy through the clip. So we got Avengers Doomsday coming out 2026, and then we've got Avengers Secret Wars coming out 2027. I'm gonna be like 50 something years old by all these things are caught up, but May 2027, so a year apart. So it's going to be a 2-parter like Infinity Wars and Endgame. So I think there's a lot to be hyped about right now. A lot.
I mean, like you said, back to back, the Russos did it before, right? They delivered with Infinity War. That's why it's RDJ is revealed, but I think it's a lot more under the hood here. They also confirmed Fantastic Four will be in both of these films. And you got
I didn't hear that.
Yeah, that came out in the across the panels, and so Feige said that, and I think he hinted that, and we kind of know this, but people from Brave New World, I don't know if you talked about that film yet today, and Thunderbolts, he was like, basically most of the cast you see today that came on stage, they're going to be in the next 2 Avengers films. That's what Feige said. So then you get Doom. Now you're talking about setting up Secret Wars like the Russos were saying. So you're doing God Emperor Doom. So RDJ's going to play the most grand version of Dr. Doom. This is a Doom that took out Thanos in a single punch. I think that's what RDJ is. He's going to be leveled up.
He disintegrated him.
Yeah. So, but your point with the Russos and back-to-back, they pulled it off before. They got the same writers. You got RDJ. That's going to sell it. Doomsday. I'm instantly sold. When they announced Doomsday, when the Russos came out, and they confirmed they're directing it. We all knew this at this point, but And it was like, what about that 5th film before Secret Wars? I thought, and many of us thought, oh, just do part 1 and part 2. Just do a 2-parter Secret Wars. And it's like, well, we got to set up this character first. And then like all the lights went green. That's when you start seeing that green.
Yeah.
And then it was like,
you know what? You're absolutely, hold on, because I have that too. Awesome. I told you I stole this stuff. I was like, I stole it, but it's fine.
Hey, Mr. President!
That's for the Red Hawk part.
Is it?
Yep, that's for the Red Hawk part. I don't know if I posted.
Can't have that going.
They're coming after you.
No. Well, where'd it go?
I don't think I posted that one. But it was just the presentation of it. Like everyone was there for Marvel. It was like a rock concert, man. Like it's insane. Man.
I've got something here. We'll see which one this is. Checking code.
When it went green, like we all knew, because we knew the Russos, they're serious about Secret Wars. So you knew they was gonna do Doom. But when it was like, oh, we gotta set up a character first, because again, it's about getting rid of the King Dynasty. Like, how do you clear that out? I mean, this, like I said, this is an ultimate move. It really is.
Okay, so that's
David Harbour. He was insane.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and talk about Thunderbolts next, since apparently I've had nothing but problems with technology and stuff today. I had problems with pancakes this morning. So,
oh man.
I know. My life was not together today.
You look great for the audience, so that's what, at least we got that. I would have taken the pancakes because it's all but at least you're presenting the show, so that's all good.
Yay! In fact,
just no pancakes. I'm upset about
just no and they are homemade sourdough pancakes. They are just divine. Okay, so they were okay. It's fine. It's whatever. Bacon and pancakes. Okay,
it's a
so
lot of food. Okay, you got it. Okay.
Yeah, I'm pulling it up now. The David Harbour thing. I had a better one. Where'd he go? Okay, here we go. He is loving this.
This person's right in front of the stage. If they got him that close. Yep.
We show up for each other.
Yeah, that's all I've got of that. But
when they announced the Thunderbolts, like I would say, if I'm ranking, obviously for the Marvel panel, obviously RDJ is the biggest thing that happened there. Then Fantastic Four. Then I put Brave New World, because you bring out Harrison Ford, like that's a win. You know what I mean? Right there.
Right.
So, Thunderbolts, it wasn't that much like hype for people. Like, it was just noticeably kind of like, okay, Thunderbolts, that's nice. Still has that asterisk for some reason. And, and David Harbour, though, after they announced the whole panel, they announced David Harbour last, and then he did this whole bit, that you just played, and so that at least added a little something to the panel, because it wasn't much. Like they showed footage, so they did show footage. They showed Yelena kicking butt. She looks great,
girlfriend.
As usual. Like she just looks great in the part.
Yeah,
and they
She's
show
amazing.
her. They show. Yeah.
They said she jumped off the second tallest building. Is it in the world? Like one of the second tallest building. She did that. She jumped off of it. And this is
insane.
This is the shot.
She looks great. She's, obviously she's the star of this. And it starts off really with her and David Harbour's character, reconnecting. Like, oh, my daughter. If you watch Black Widow, you understand their relationship. And then it goes to her kicking butt, and then it shows all of them showing up at a scene, and it's like a setup, like they're supposed to kill each other. And so it's real quick. There's a real sizzle thing. Everyone looks great. The new Ghost costume looks great. Bucky has long hair again, if women care about that. And U.S. Agent has a beard, like a goatee kind of. And it's him and Yelena fighting most of that. It's real quick. Like if you But it comes down to where they kind of, like, oh, we'll just team up to find out who set us up, and it shows no Sentry. And I was like, they showed the actor, but I was like, that would be nice to get a little sizzle of Sentry.
Yeah.
But they didn't show anything.
Why are we holding on to that one? Like, you showed RDJ. You can't show a Sentry.
They showed freaking Galactus and Fantastic Four. Like that, the crowd went crazy on that. I couldn't take that.
I can't believe I didn't.
They showed freaking Galactus. Like,
here it is. I found it.
It was crazy. Like, we're in Hall H here, and we're just excited. We're just getting Fantastic Four footage. Like, I'm like, we're not even supposed to be seeing this. And he just casually stoops down and looks. I guess that's Baxter Building. And I'm like, what the fuck?
And I apologize. I didn't show this during our Fantastic Four discussion earlier. But yeah, that Galactus.
Insane.
Way better than the 2005 movies. Can we all just agree? Like,
he has a body.
Gail Simone said something on Twitter earlier. She's such a troll. I love it. She said, guys, Galactus is a cloud. Galactus is supposed to be a cloud. Like, oh, you're so funny. Just trying to stir people.
That's deep. That was out of nowhere. And that was like, because again, we're loving everything we're seeing with Fantastic Four. Again, the 60s vibes. They seem to be popular before they even get their powers, right? So that's just like the comics. So, and it's like everything's like cool. I was fine with what they showed us. And it's like, oh, here's Galactus. Like, what in the world? This is insane. So yeah, that was cool. That was cool to see.
I am absolutely here for it. I don't know why my stupid light is. That's okay.
And I was mentioning with the Thunderbolts that, it wasn't like I said, that was the point you were saying, they held on to stuff. Like, they should at least, put something with Sentry out there, because that's like your home run. Just like with Captain America, you got to show some Red Hawk. We'll talk about that when you get to that. With this, like, you had to show Sentry, but they didn't.
Yeah, I feel like that was a missed opportunity right there. The one missed opportunity they pretty much had at Hall H yesterday, because they were just Marvel's having a really good week. Okay, they're having a great week. Hug a Star Wars fan today. They're starving to death. Marvel fans are licking their fingers.
I'm sure. I'm sorry, I mean to jump into your rotation here, but with you saying they're eating good this weekend, the Deadpool numbers came up. They got over 430 million global box office. That's over 200 in domestically. It's only behind the Avengers films of a domestic opening.
They're going to hit that billion mark. They're going to hit the billion mark within the first week.
I still say 1.5.
Oh,
but this can be $2 billion.
It's going to be over $1 billion.
It's over.
Most definitely.
It's over.
Yeah, it's way over. But I'm saying, like, their first week in theaters, it's $1 billion.
So you think by next weekend, basically?
Yeah.
I think it could be close. I think by next weekend, if they get like 750 by then I would say within like 2 full weeks, I think they'll get it.
I'm putting money on it. $50. I'll bet you $50 that this weekend.
What's the dates here? Let's see.
Yeah.
Just $50.
$50 is $50, man.
$50,
I see it. I see it happening. I see them hitting that billion mark.
So you're saying by we'll just say by the end of the upcoming weekend.
Yeah, by next Sunday.
August 4th. So by August 4th, you're expecting $1 billion. Yeah. I would say by the 11th, it'll hit $1 billion.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna win.
Now, obviously, if it happens after the 4th, but before the 11th, then it'll be a tie.
Okay.
Yeah, I just know you're gonna lose. I was trying to make you feel better, like you're gonna lose. So
I'm not. It's okay.
I'll concede if But anyway, the film is doing real well, and that was the first thing Feige did. He came out there and was like, "Yo, by the way, we're killing it with Deadpool Wolverine," and like I said, Marvel's winning right now.
Yeah, they are. Like, we're back, baby. We're 100% back. All right. So speaking of of Red Hulk, I really hope you have some footage of this because I don't have any. All I have is like a picture of my first crush looking horrible, but Harrison Ford did his Hulk out on stage.
That was like I guess the surprise because they announced the whole panel, and and Anthony Mackie, I gotta give it to him. Like he's a charismatic dude. He keeps everything fun. Giancarlo Esposito brings like gravitas. They showed new footage, and it's like I wish they would have showed like what we saw. I wish they would have showed that because it was more Red Hulk, more Harrison Ford. So I'm like, show us that because everyone loves Anthony Mackie and everything like that, but it's like it is about the support. He even said that he's like to sell this film, because I don't have any superpowers. He's like, you get a Giancarlo Esposito, you get the new Falcon and Harrison Ford. So they're talking, and then you had that clip just a minute ago.
Yeah, I'll pull
Anthony Mackie was up there, and he was like, Mr. President, and then the lights go red.
All right, let's watch it. Let's watch it. Let's watch it. Okay, I'm in the wrong window. Here we go.
Hey, Mr. President!
Oh, God love him.
He's always
Han
a win.
Solo. I love it when he gets asked questions and he's like, that's a stupid question, but thanks for the opportunity.
Right. That's how him and Anthony Mackie was doing, which was funny. I think I put a clip out there. Anthony Mackie, again, he's planted the crowd. He's really selling this. But Harrison Ford, that was after the footage was shown. Then they brought out Harrison Ford. And it was more shots of Red Hawk. You got a really good look at him. The scene where people are talking about online where he's standing there as president and he starts hawking out like at a press conference or something. And I'm like, man, what's happening here? This is crazy. So they're going there with it, man. And Feige stressed that it's Winter Soldier choreography, like action. So they're bringing that.
It better be. It's going to
Giancarlo
have to be good.
Yeah, he's head of the Serpent Society.
Yeah, he's Sidewinder. That's an odd choice. Wouldn't you say that's an odd choice? We all thought it was GW Bridge.
GW Bridge. I've been told GW Bridge like up and down, like even like within the last week. Yeah. Like, no one knows his role, and I'm like, one of my sources was like, no, he's GW Bridge. So that source, I'm not gonna make fun of you, but he's not. But I think it's an amalgamation. I really do feel because he doesn't look like Sidewinder in the trailer. He doesn't.
He looks like GW Bridge.
Exactly. So it could be some kind of amalgamation of that.
Yeah, it's got to be.
But that means, though, people were saying the Serpent Society was out of this film. That's not true. So it's been a tough week for Scoopers.
I think, Can We Get Toast has gone pretty quiet ever since Instagram got slapped with that lawsuit. And I think Feige found his leaks for the most part in his house. He found in the House of Mouse, he found those leaks and he's plugged them up and he's playing a smart game. He's leaking information that he wants us to have to throw us off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's some false stuff for when we get to Deadpool spoilers one day.
Yeah, and it
was stuff I was hearing like half the stuff I was like, oh, that was a nice misdirection there. Because what you actually end up getting, you're like, oh, this is awesome, But
I will say about that, is I was wrong about one thing, and I could not be happier that I was wrong because when it happened, when it happened, I gasped so hard I gave myself pleurisy. My lungs hurt for 2 days.
It's my favorite part of the film. No, like when I saw that, I was like, you have my money. Like I'm gonna pay again for this moment. Like I'm gonna pay twice for that for this particular cameo. And it's not what most people think, because most people probably thinking of something earlier in the film because of just the what I regularly
Yeah.
do. But this cameo, and it ends up having one of the best jokes in MC
Yes.
history.
Yes.
in history of the MCU.
You
I'm
never
like, oh my,
did. You never
my
did. Three words. I cackled. I was trying to contain myself. My best friend who went with me that time was like, "What is wrong with you? Like, what is like? You don't know. Be quiet. Shh. Funny. It's hilarious."
Actually, I'll say two, Joe, because that one, yeah, that was funny. That exchange was funny, and there's a later exchange. Because I don't want to spoil it, but all I can say
I
is
know.
like, this person
It's
says
okay.
something,
It's
and
okay.
Ryan Reynolds. I'm saying, and Ryan Reynolds looks at the camera. It's like it's a response. It's Ryan Reynolds like being the narrator for us, and he hears what this person says, and he just looks at us like almost like, I hope he knows. I hope they know. You know what I mean? I'm like, this film, this Deadpool Wolverine is a comedy.
It's
a
amazing.
Wonderful comedy.
It's amazing. It is absolutely amazing. It is not only a love letter to Marvel fans who have been watching these movies since 1999, but it's a love letter to the people who made them. Who made them. And it brought tears to my eyes during the credits when they showed that, because I could see my friend's work from the other X-Men movies, and I texted him as I left the theater. And I was like, your work, so much of your work is in the credits of the #1 movie in the world right now.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Like
Very
you said,
happy
a love
for
letter
him.
to the Fox universe. It's really cool. It's kind of full circle for Feige too, because he got his start with 2000 X-Men, right? So just that getting a full circle moment there, and there's I ain't gonna talk about the end. All right. I ain't gonna say that.
No. But can we all just take? I went to see X-Men in the theater, and I believe my son had been born already, and I took him with me to see the X-Men movie. He is now 25 years old. He'll be 25 this December. 25 years old. Hugh Jackman has been playing Wolverine my son's entire life, and he is a grown-up adult person who pays taxes. Like, that's wild. That's just wild. And I gotta quit talking about Deadpool Wolverine because I'll really get into it, and I need to say
right. I don't know how we
that.
can get back to it, but it's that
I
good.
know,
In the chat,
because it's that good. Because it's that good. It's totally worth it. Yeah.
My best advice for people is that first you gotta know Deadpool before you see this film, because like he is nonstop the entire film. So like for some reason, if you don't like him or the antics, because it'll probably piss you off. Like, because as much as he has something to say about everything everyone does. And then I don't think you gotta watch all of the other movies. Again, I know Deadpool, at least the first film. You probably want to watch Logan. You probably want to know what happened in Logan just to kind of.
But you don't have to.
You don't
That's
have
the great
to.
thing about it is you really don't have to do any homework to enjoy it.
Right. That's true. Because they kind of explain it all in the film. But you got to know Deadpool, though. It's Deadpool's movie. Wolverine just kind of happens to be there and look cool. And I'm just going to stop talking about Wolverine. This is cool.
No, we've got to, because it's so good. It's so good. We'll just keep going. But just to recap. So we got our first looks at Fantastic Four First Steps, which I know Scylla's a little on the fence about the first steps.
On the other side of the fence.
But it feels like a new beginning with Marvel with this movie. So the first steps really seems to fit for me. So we got our first looks and official title for Fantastic Four First Steps. We got Avengers Doomsday announced with Robert Downey Jr. returning in the role of Victor Von Doom. Just mind-blowing. This is the greatest nerd Super Bowl in years. Okay. Like this is awesome. Okay. So we got that. Then we got Some footage from Thunderbolts. We got David Harbour showing up dressed as the Red Guardian in his Russian accent. This is great team. He's really good. They're wonderful. Love him.
Good job. Good
Thank
job,
you. I enjoy an accent here and there. And we got new footage of Captain America Brave New World. Marvel fans, we can breathe again. We can breathe. We have get on this hype train, baby, because it's toot toot. It's tooting on down the tracks, and we could not be happier. Sil, final thoughts. What you got?
I'm right with you. Just, this RDJ coming back, like, that means that's a win for the comic book movie genre and channels like mine that, talk about all this stuff, and yours and everyone that talks about it, because the hype, last 2 years was kind of, it was kind of rough.
Lean times, my friend.
It did. Marvel wasn't at its best. And it was really just, it was kind of like every other thing. It was like, so Feige's pushing this, breaking the glass, in case of emergency, RDJ. So now it's like we're going to be engulfed in this conversation of doomsday for the next 2 years. And when that comes out, it's about Secret Wars.
Baby, that's job security. We've got job security. We're not going anywhere.
There we go. There we go. Because we're going to be talking about this stuff. So now it was really cool, though, just seeing, it was my first Comic-Con. So that was just insane, just even being there.
For your first Comic-Con, that is
to have. I think this is the greatest announcement ever. I think I won the nerd lottery. Like
you totally did.
To have that moment, and I'm a DC guy, so it's like it's probably not fair for like hardcore people.
When I was stalling for time, when I first popped on, when I went live, I was like, DC really didn't have anything. I said the only things I've really heard was Elizabeth Tulloch was awesome at Hall H. Batman 2 is supposed to start filming next year.
Reeves swore he was real direct about it.
I'm not the werewolf, he said. There was a panel for My Adventures with Superman, and then the biggest news I heard was Isabella Merced said her costume didn't fit great in the crotch. Her hot girl costume, a little rough on, really little rough on her lady. So, listen, DC,
need more female designers. Just help the crotches out. But
we get discomfort too. We get discomfort too.
I'm sure it's possible. I think with DC, the real thing, I guess the main thing they tried to like Gunn and Feige are cool, right? So I don't think Feige told him all the plans, but I think Feige was just like, bro, like if you come to Comic-Con, bro, the Hall H, I'm bringing a nuke. Yeah, I got this nuke coming. So Gunn's like, oh, maybe we should sit this one out, maybe gotta chill out, and hey. They will have a chance. Feige never does back-to-back year, or now he doesn't do back-to-back years. So next year probably more about D23 for Marvel stuff. And keep in mind D23 is coming up this year too, and you're gonna get the Daredevil stuff that they should have showed, Agatha and all that stuff. So that's gonna be cool. More to TV streaming. But with this, like I said, it was a total, like I said, geek Super Bowl. I like how you described it. That's what it is.
It was one of the best nerd Super Bowls of recent memory, I would say, because nobody truly saw that coming. Like, we hear rumors like that all the time. We're like, listen, that's a little too far-fetched, okay? That's a little bit.
Well, there were sources denying it. Like, that's what, from the original guy that had the scoop, his source was telling him, he was downplaying it. Like, nah, RDJ he's not doomed. Nope. And so he came out and was like, I guess it's not true. But he had the scoop. Like, he had it. So it's like, that's how crazy it's getting with Marvel, bro. Like, they're just gonna start lying to the sources.
I love it. They should be. They should, because look at how excited everyone is. This is like, remember what I said when House of the Dragon, which, by the way, House of the Dragon night, happy hot D to everyone to all celebrate. Remember
Nothing
when
celebrates hot D.
everybody celebrates hot D?
As they should. They should.
Remember
Go
when
go
remember when
Sorry.
this season started and I was like, I really, really enjoyed it. And I think part of it was because I didn't know shit. I didn't know anything. I had zero expectations because I had no sources on it and they've been very quiet about it. And so I go in with zero expectations and was blown away. It was such a good time. So I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to start kind of pulling back on the scoops because I feel like some of it, at least, I'm ruining my own fun. I can't use Acolyte as an example because I don't think it would have mattered.
It wouldn't have like
mattered.
the scoops would have made it like seem better before you saw Acolyte. That's how crazy that is. But no, I mean, I think one thing I kind of adjusted with because I still, if people follow me, I do have my Patreon. I do have YouTube members as well, and I kind of say if I have like something that I know that's going to spoil stuff now, I know there's like a group that don't mind it, but like everyone, it's like no, because like I said, I mean, I was in Hall H. I had, there's ways to get footage, but I know it's not right to put it out there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's
like, Can We Get Toast went a little too far. He went too far this last time, and listen. It's Daniel RPK. That's who it is.
That's hilarious.
It's Daniel RPK. That's who My Time to Shine Hello is. They're all the same person.
I think they're the same person,
yeah. He's kind of a dick, but he went too far. Listen, I pay $2 a month for his Patreon so I can see what he says. So I'm a hypocrite. I am a hypocrite. But but
totally.
he on his Can We Get Some Toast account on Instagram, he did go too far. And it gave all of us a bad name. It made us all look bad. Everyone just kind of expects that same behavior out of us, but we're not. We're fans too. At least we are. We're fans. We're not just
first.
Fans first. We're not just doing this for a job or anything. We're doing this because it's something we enjoy. We're passionate about. We're just as intrigued as you are. We just seem to be either self-aggrandizing enough or gluttons for punishment to stick ourselves on camera in front of the entire planet.
What's wrong with us, Danny? That's the problem. Something's wrong with us.
We're throwing ourselves on that grenade for you. We're doing it for the Nerdling Army and Syl Nation. That's what we're doing it for.
Exactly. And we're having a blast while we do it.
Yeah. Hell yeah, we are. I got my brother, my nerd brother.
That's why I got Danny on our channel. Like, just to mention, if you subscribe to that channel, Sylabdul Geek, Wednesday Crew Podcast. Like, when I thought of that show, like Danny was the first person I thought of because I knew, like, you have this, like, you don't get caught up in all the fanboy beasts and stuff.
No.
So that's why, but you have your biases and you have your favorites and stuff.
Yeah.
And, and we never agree. So I don't know how we even working together, but it's just your approach to everything. I was like, that's cool. That's a nice approach because we can have those conversations and not just be like, oh, I hate everything Marvel, and shout out to Jules. She's part of Wednesday Crew.
Jules is the shit. But we do, there she is. Wednesday Crew. But the thing is, there's a whole generation or two that have grown up with the internet and they don't interact with people in person as much as we used to. So they don't exactly have the tools. It's like they don't know any better. They didn't run their mouths to the wrong person and contract an immediate physical consequence for that. We learned a lot of what not to do We learned a lot, and we got manners, and we learned how to conversate with people, how to have debates. There's a whole thing called debate club in high school, kids. I really think that should be in a required class in school
There's
these
actually a
days.
method to it. It's not about just yelling until they accept your point. That's not what a debate is.
If you don't have the proper arsenal, when you start an argument, you start with your weakest, you end with your strongest. That's how it's supposed to go. And if you don't have the appropriate ammunition, if you don't have the right facts or rebuttals, you just don't have it. You have a weak argument. And that's just that. That's just how that goes. Yelling and getting emotional does nothing. It doesn't add any more facts. Nothing.
Yeah, that's why I try to push the whole, being objectional.
Yes.
Because the objectional approach, I mean, you're taking the emotions actually out of it. It's not about, I would like for this to happen. It's like, no, like, is this successful or not? Like, Deadpool Wolverine, the numbers are there. Right. It's just facts, Now, what do I like and what would I, then I'm able to articulate that. But just saying this good, this bad because of your feelings, that's not, like acting like it's bad. It's really
objectively bad. Objectively bad. It's not a good show. It was written by ChatGPT, and I'm pretty sure I can prove it. I'm going to try to prove it.
So if someone wants to argue, oh no, it has good writing, then I know it's just emotion for them. It's like they have no point.
Plug the script into ChatGPT and see what spits out. I'm just saying, just see what happens. But yeah, you've got to be objective. How and why I can't be this way about other aspects of my life? Why do I have to get all worked up and emotional about pancakes? I don't know. But with this stuff,
we got this.
Real life Danny, totally different person. I am not this cool. I'm really not. I am not this cool. I am multiple someone's mom, and I'm obnoxious. But thank you, Syl. Thank you so much for being our live correspondent.
No problem. No. Can't say I never show up. You can't say that anymore.
Just 30 minutes late, no big whoop. Not gonna fight about it.
What's 30? What's 1 minute? It's like the same thing. It's the same thing.
Here we go. Semantics. Good grief. But if you guys could do me a favor, appease my overbearing nerdy brother here and go and subscribe to his channel. Follow him on Twitter. Just type in sylabdul and he'll pop up. It's really not that hard. He's literally everywhere. Like a disease. He's not going anywhere.
I got if that helps you remember me, that's good.
And if you would like to support the channel, the best way is the easiest way and the cheapest way because it's 100% free. Like this video, subscribe if you're new, and hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever I'm back with even more nerdy content, and maybe give it a share. Just hit the share button, send it off somewhere, see what happens. You can also check out the website comicsand.squarespace.com, get updates, gallery from all my old breakdown looks, updates on the Belgian project. Please check out the Belgian project. We got some new donations yesterday, and I'm eternally grateful for it. It has inspired me to light a fire under me and put out some more content about it. Brian actually told me today he's been working on a digital sculpt of the leg, and he's going to be recording some stuff and showing us the progress he's made. So hooray for that. You can check out the Belgian project by going to this website right here. Just go to the site directory or navigation, whatever it's called. I'm old. I don't know these things, but you'll see words that says the Belgian project. Click on it. It'll tell you all about it. So it also leads you to all our socials. I'm like a disease. You can find me anywhere. It's every single platform. Just type in comics and I will show up. I absolutely assure you. I'm also a member of the Red 5 network. Guess what? We look good in red. We are the pods you've been looking for. And if you cannot find a podcast that piques your interest at red5.bio.link, you're boring. You're boring. You can also support the channel by going to either of the merch stores and my Patreon. There are 3 tiers a month, starting as little as $3 a month. You get free merch every 3 months, behind the scenes, outtakes, ask me anything. You can request breakdowns, and you get early views of all the videos. All the videos go on Patreon before they hit YouTube. So check that out if you would like to support the channel. But again, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I've been Danny. He's been Syl. Here's Syl. You've been awesome. And I will see you in the next one. Make sure to check under your beds tonight because
Disney and Kathleen Kennedy are gonna get you.